G'day mate, welcome to this quick introduction to Biter Battles, and this one's slightly different. This is for the Biter Battles Champions. So, a couple of things about Biter Battles, and we're going to go over these as quickly as possible. So, Biter Battles is a PvEVP. Yes, it is indirect combat, because Factorio is really not designed for direct combat, considering behemoth biters have like over 3,000 hit points and a player has 250. Yeah, things don't scale up evenly for PvP, but the way we got around this was Biter Battles with, PvEVP. So what you have to do in Biter Battles is you have to make science. We're going to cover science in a second. Make science packs. Those science packs you can either put in your own lab. Once they're in your own lab, you can use them for research. Research will obviously give you access to new technologies. Upgrade your existing technologies. Bigger bullets, better bullets, faster bullets, more explosive bullets. All those normal things we have in Factorio. You can go all the way up to lasers and flamers if you want, but at the same time, the other team is also teching up. They're also increasing their technology. They're also finding more effective ways to deal with the biters themselves. On top of that, each team has a GUI, we're going to cover that in just a second, up the top left-hand corner, which they can use to throw any science packs they have in their inventory across the river to the other side. When throwing them across the river to the other side's biters will increase in two numbers. One is their evolution, the other is their threat. Okay, higher the evolution, we've all dealt with evolution before, bigger and badder evolution is obviously bad for the poor little engineer. Higher threat is, think of threat as more of a gauge of how many biters are on their way. How many biters are scheduled to come and ruin your day. Your one objective for each team is to protect the silo. Only protect the silo, nothing else really matters. Obviously, if you happen to live a little bit longer at the same time, that's definitely a bonus. Now, being that this is the Biter Battles Champions tournament, there's a couple of rule changes. First off, matches are 3v3, okay? Plus, there's an extra team player, which is entirely optional. That team player can sit on the lovely island in the middle of the map. Whilst they're sitting in the middle of the map, they can obviously be in Discord, they can yell at their team, notice mistakes. At the same time, they can view a limited area of what the other team on the other side of the river is doing. Yes, the two teams are separated by a lovely river across the middle, which is non-landfillable, non-traversable, nothing can shoot across it. The teams are 100% immune from one another. On top of that, each match in the Biter Battles Championships has an away team and a home team. The home team gets three advantages. One is to choose which side of the map they want to play on. Not that it really matters, both sides are mirrored 100%, so they're exactly the same. They get to re-roll on the map twice. So if they're not happy with how the map rolled, they can choose to re-roll it. And the other option they get is they get to choose a starter pack. We're going to come back to starter packs in just a second. So, biters are bad, number one. Number two, protect your silo. Number three, there's one other change to increase the speed of these championship rounds, is after 2 hours of gameplay, Armageddon mode will be activated. Armageddon basically scales up evolution from whatever it is to 100% very, very quickly. 100% Evo is bad. Very, very bad, especially in Biter Battles, of which the evolution can scale past 100%, I should mention, because, it's a battle of championships. One team must survive, one team must fail. On top of that, as I said, they've already removed artillery and the atomic bomb. There's also no landmines, and of course there's no landfill. There's no cliffs on the map. One other thing is, or two other things, is the game can be paused if somebody's having connection issues, and also the game speed can be lowered if the teams start running into UPS problems. Lastly, we have a clear corpses command. The corpses automatically magically disappear every 15 minutes because, well, there's a lot of corpses on the map. So, starter pack choices. We have the regular, the science, the robot, and the combat. So as we can see, the different starter packs are designed to accelerate that early game, get it up and running a lot faster. There are definitely pros and cons to different starter packs. All depends on how the two teams are training, what sort of packs they're training with. One of the other things with this particular round of championships is the Behemoth League is big and nasty and has no blueprints. The Biter League does have blueprints. So the goodies chosen in the starter packs appear in these three chests for each team to grab out their required items. They do have that silo to protect. There is a limited amount of defenses around the silo to start with. Also, there is guaranteed 3 gun turrets to protect the lovely rocket silo, along with random guns with random amounts of ammo around the outside. Again, that depends on the gods of RNG. On top of that, both teams have an exactly identical mirrored map. So we can see the iron between the two of them is mirrored, copper, coal, so on and so forth. There is a certain amount of dedicated resources to start with, along with a mixed patch. The mixed patch, the resources are much more dense. You know, we're talking 1,000 plus per tile here compared to 600 over here, 500. So much more dense, but the catch is it's mixed. Lastly is we have this as this lovely GUI up here that lets me take science packs out of my inventory and throw them to the other team. On top of that, you can choose to throw a fish. If you throw a fish across to the other team, you will be able to see what the other team sees for 45 seconds per fish. There are many fish, get much spy time. So with all that said, we should probably cover biter pathfinding really quickly. So as we already covered, there are no cliffs on the map, and both sides of the map are perfectly mirrored. So we can see every iron patch, every coal patch, every rock, every little bit of water matches one side to the other side perfectly. But at the far end of the map, on both the north and the south, you're going to find that's where the biters live. Now the biters do not directly path for the silo, because that would be boring. You just build all your defenses across the front of the wall. What the biters actually do is they are sent to path across the map to a random location. It could be directly in front of your base, it could be to the far east or the far west, and then once they're sent out there, that's the point when they're actually sent towards the silo. So in Biter Battles Championships, at least you will find that often biters will come and flank bases. You have been warned, it does make the game much more interesting, but with this quick 6.5-7 minute introduction out of the way, let's get on to today's Shoutcast. We're doing Biter Battles. So, g'day, mate. Welcome to Biter Battles with me, Jetty, and of course I've got the Doof, wonderful Dr. Doof, helping with shoutcasting today. We have, who did I say, GreenScience versus SteelAxe Mafia, I think?
Ooh.
With today's match. So, we are doing, it is a Biter Battles Behemoth League for the pro players with hard difficulty and blueprints are disabled. If I can get rid of this overlay. Go away.
Oh, man, no blueprints. Woo.
No blueprints. There we go. Okay. So this is the map as it stands currently, but it will probably re-roll. We have two teams. We're going to have the north team versus the south team. The home team gets to choose which side, I think. They also get to choose one of the starter packs. If Doof clicks on the repair pack up the top left-hand corner and does not click any of the buttons that pop up, because if you click them, it chooses it, and you're not allowed to choose. That's for the home team. They get a starter pack to start with. So they get 3 chests filled with the regular, the science, the robot, or the combat, depending on which they decide. And the other team gets to choose whether they're going to have the current map or they can reroll up to 3 times. Is, as I said, Biter Battles North versus South. The 2 different teams have to create science packs. The goal of creating science packs is whack into your labs and then, I guess, tech up, have a better way of killing the biters on the other team, or killing the biters that are coming to kill your silo. Or your second option is each of the planes have a GUI at the top left. They can use said GUI to send the science packs magically out of their inventory over to the biters on the other side of the river to increase the evolution and the threat of the other sets of biters. Did I miss anything, Doof?
I think you mostly got it. If you missed something, we'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah. I think I've done this enough times. I'm pretty sure I got everything. Maybe. Killer Gaming.
I'm looking at some of these starter packs that they can choose, and you know that's tough to choose. It's tough to choose.
It is. It's so. I can definitely say the robot one I think is shit. All right. 10 solar panels, 10 robots, really slow robots.
But it's still automatic robots that you can just put a ghost down and stuff will build.
Yeah, I know, but you don't get a roboport. It's just a personal armor that runs off 10 solar panels.
Well, there's a personal roboport in there.
Yeah, but that's all you get. they're
Yeah,
going
but
to be
it is only
incredibly
one.
slow. Yeah.
So I think ultimately you're right. That is the least. That's the lowest on the totem pole there.
Yeah.
I'd say honestly, followed by combat.
See, combat's a lot of rounds, a lot of guns. Machine gun, the AP ammo's hit and miss. It is a heavy armor, right? It's gonna get you. Whoever is dealing with the biters is gonna have one hell of a heads up, and gonna be able to deal with biters for an awful long time. So
I would say if this was a traditional biter battle where you can have 5 to 10 people in there, having one person with kick-ass combat stuff would be beneficial. But since there's only 3 people on a team,
it's super small teams. Yes.
yeah, I don't know if that's going to be as helpful. So I would if it were me, I would probably go with regular. You have all that extra additional material to jumpstart your base.
Yes, you have a lot
And
of
then
material.
you can make the combat stuff.
You need to unlock the tech.
Of course, this is true.
Yeah,
this is true.
Yeah. See, regular and science. So science is 20 labs. Labs are expensive. It's also assemblers, both T1 and Tier 2. Alright? You don't get any starting resources, but you get an awful lot to get you up and running automation-wise.
This is true.
Okay.
Science probably is the better one.
Yeah, but you also get 20 solar panels, which is free power. Free power. At least during the day.
Right from the start.
Yeah. The regular, it's a lot of iron, a lot of copper. It means you can start crafting electric miners straight off the bat because you have all the materials. So you can go straight into electrical mining along with power because, again, you have all the materials to just craft power. So, yeah, regular and science are the two really options.
Yep, 100%.
You today, it said I've been gifted a sub. Yes, Killer Gaming gifted you a sub. Can I use it? It's already been gifted to you. It has been used.
Yeah, that miner packs to start, of the burner miners to start, it definitely makes the beginning a lot quicker.
Yeah, that's one of the things they've done with this version, this iteration of biter battles. It does mean that, yeah, a lot of the early game is skipped through. But then again, both teams always, or not always, majority still go with a very large burner city. Not guaranteed, but a fairly large burner city. In fact, electrical miners, we've only seen probably about 30% of the matches so far this season. People have actually gone to electrical miners.
Nice. So just a lot of hand feeding then?
A lot of hand feeding. There we go. We're going to do a map reset. Killer asks, have I updated to a Windows 11? No, God, no.
That's my reaction as well.
God, no. This is a work PC. If I have no computer, if I have a computer that doesn't work 100% for 2 days, it means I have to catch up on 2 days worth of work. I don't have 2 extra spare days at the moment. No way! What's your take on it? I have no idea. If you have an AMD CPU, don't upgrade. That's my take on it so far. Okay, so can coach use debug options? Oh, okay, that's another change we've had with this series. We have 3 on the team with a 4th spare. So in the past, you could use a fish to throw a fish across the river and have vision of what the other team was doing. Now you have a spy who lives on Central Island as a substitute, and also has free range to look around as best as possible and help out your team with, you know, oh shit, this biters coming in. You should probably deal with that.
Oh, wow. They let the coach actually have full view of the map, huh?
Nice. I don't know if they're on a team and therefore they only see what the team sees, but they can hang around in map view and obviously, you know, scroll around the map in map view like you can. Or,
makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so Anti-Elite says, keep map military starter pack. So Anti's gone with the combat starter pack. So you know how we both said that's the worst pack?
And that's what they're going with.
And that's what they're going with. Okay, so the map...
Well, maybe they know something we don't know.
Look, it's Anti. Chances are he does know something we don't know. So we have iron, copper, iron. So there's a good amount of iron, a little bit of copper, good amount of stone. Coal's a little bit far from the river. We also have guns wise. We have 9, 9, 3, 2, 2, 8, 9, 5, 13, 6, 7. There's another gun there, 13. So they're pretty low on ammo, and I can't see the other two on the other side. Plus, there's the 3 dedicated that start beside the silo. And Anti started pinging already. Well, that's where they're putting the base. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. How many turrets do you got? Like 15?
Oh, that copper patch looks decent size, but you hover over it, there's almost nothing there.
There's almost nothing there. They do have the mixed patch. The mixed patch is very dense. The catch is it's a mixed patch. Okay, full on spectator view.
I think that'd be good for Burner City, but might be difficult to get set up properly.
Burner City 50-50. If you put electric miners on it and then have a smelter set up that just smelts garbage, that's a different story. So yeah, another new change is spectator mode. And Doof's already clicked the button, and we can see that there is oil just out there. Just out there.
See, the one drawback, I think, to this mode could be stream sniping.
They can see, well, there's 2 things. Whilst you're in that mode, they can see your dot bouncing around the map. Also, if you ping in that mode, they can see it. Oh, actually, there's oil right beside them. Oh, that's super handy.
In spectator mode, they can see when I ping?
Yeah. Only in that mode. So when you drop out of that mode and go back to normal mode and you just scroll around on map view, like we often do, right, they can't see your pings.
Gotcha.
So there's oil right beside them. I wonder if anyone's going to rush flamers.
If they know it's there, but they don't know it's there.
They don't know it's there. Correct. It's going to require some exploring. And I didn't see any... Oh, no, there's rocks out there. Okay, so there is some decent rocks out in front of the base with some coal. There's a bunch of wooden boxes. We're going to see who picks up the wooden boxes this time. Because if you are putting burner miners on mixed garbage and you mine into a box, yes. They traded yesterday during your stream. Yeah, I saw. I have... So, Killer Gaming, I have an i7-9900 at, I don't know, I think it's just under 5 gigahertz stock clock. Or overclocked. And Doof is mean, and he's got 1 CPU up from me. He's got a 9900 KS, KF, K something. And no, mine's clocked at 4.9 gigahertz.
Yeah, the 9900, the i9 9900 KF is no integrated graphics on it.
Yeah, that's right. It's the one that I wish I held out for, but it wasn't released at the time I ordered mine. 1 minute to start. Hello, Megan. You're up. No, I'm up early. You're up late. Interesting map. Yes, interesting Biter Battles map. So yes, we have SteelAxe in the north and GreenScience in the south. 8765. Come on.
Man, look at that fanciness.
I know, they've gone all fancy for this one. I like it. They've spent a lot of time and effort. Okay, so we have 3 on the south, and they've just grabbed everything out of the boxes. And in the north, I think there's been some inventory distribution as well. So we have Nephrams, who has, wow, everything to automate everything, including combat gear. We have Zeno, who has some combat gear as well. With light armor.
I have an idea. You know how we talked about that maybe they know something we don't know?
Oh yeah,
And that's
definitely.
why they chose the military? Hear me out.
Yeah.
Maybe they chose that because it is the worst pack. It doesn't give the other team an advantage. I mean, obviously they both have the same thing, but that early start is pretty big deal.
Yes.
And if you don't let the other team have that early start as well, because I'm guessing they get a pack.
They get the exact same pack.
Yeah, so why let your opponents have an early start?
Well,
make them fight for it too.
Anti Nephrons and Xenocyber are legendary speedrunners.
Yes.
So they're quite good at Burner City. In fact, Nephrons has set up the one solar panel with the one power pole with the one lab, and he's just walked away. Like, it's running.
Yep.
He's obviously handcrafting science with whatever he's got in his inventory. You can actually click on their names at the top left and see what they have in their inventory and what they have in their hand and what they're crafting.
Oh, biters are already in. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Nephrons already had to fight some biters.
Yeah. Biters start coming in slowly, little drips and drabs, but yeah, they do start popping in very early.
That is super fast.
Yeah, threat and evo are going up gradually over time. So south is... Okay, north has got iron, 2 rows of iron, 2 lots of stone, and started getting a coal loop up and running. South is pretty much the same, except they got copper running, and they haven't done anything with their science yet. And
yeah, so again, the teams are running Nephrons, Xenocyber, and Anti-Elites, all, again, like JD said, legendary speedrunners. And on the south side, there's Wibbert, Zorky, and Bloke 14. And I'm not familiar with either of those three.
I'm not. Poll, good idea. Well, let's do a poll. Am I playing? No, today I shoutcast. I did play with Clowntown because people didn't show up, and it was a horrible disaster. Let's go with a prediction.
South set up their solar panel with the lab as well.
Oh, there we go. Who wins? Here's predictions. Who wins? North versus South. 30-minute voting. Go! Hey GMO, how you doing? Leaky Flamethrower's turned off. All turned off last stream, but I started doing Biter Battles 24 hours before the match was meant to happen. Yes.
You were just being really prepared.
I was being really... look, I did the right thing. I read Thursday. It was a Thursday. I just didn't account that it was Thursday my time and not Thursday their time. So Wilbert's going with steam power already. So they're setting up power. North has not bothered. They've burnt up whatever science packs they started with. Does combat start with science? No. So what have they spent their science on? They have researched automation. North has automation. That's it. And South has... Come on. South has automation as well. So they're fairly neck and neck.
And North is setting up power right now as well.
Yeah. Oh, Xenocyber, really? Okay, so both have set up power as close to coal as possible. Except South has set it up for a nice belt to go right across the back of it. North, not so much.
The belt will run right along the river.
Yeah, I know, but it's extra belt. It's extra resources. It's extra tiles. And Nephrons has set up some pillboxes. And South has just thrown down 5 guns in a row. Oh, South is already setting up a smelter block. And they're setting up on the mixed ore. They're ignoring it.
Oof, I think that's going to be problematic because where's your copper?
Where's your more resources outright? Just more resources outright. Like, there's not a lot to start with. And it's not about the density of the patches, it's about sheer size of the patches. There's not a lot of patch.
Yeah, this is very true.
And North's pillboxes are just taking out the friends one at a time. It's a tiny bit of iron if it's just yellow belt. Yeah, it's like you're gonna get a smelter and a half out of the iron that they have exposed. And out of the mixed patch, you'd probably get another, I don't know, smelter in a bit.
Oh, there is two patches of iron, one right around the silo.
Yeah, but...
And then, of course, the exposed one. The one around the silo, though, is...
You gotta remember, it's 30 minus. 30 minus to a belt. And I think, maybe you get two belts out of both patches. Combined. But that's only 2 belts of iron. 2 yellow belts of iron. That's it. So North's already thrown down their assemblers. They have their assemblers that are helping with the crafting. That's the only reason they set up real power, so they can start automating basic intermediates. Because both myself and Doof know from speedrunning, if you have intermediates, everything is easy to craft.
Oh, it's so much easier.
Intermediates suck. And South is setting up dedicated iron. North is doing dedicated iron as well. They're also going with speedrun power, which maximizes the density of the patch. Although, they skipped out some iron right here. I wonder if they're going to come back and put miners on that. It's not about the sheer amount of iron, it's about the number of miners and the amount of ore out per second.
Yep. Yep.
You're playing casting, so I'm casting tonight. Friggin' terrible patch. Looks cool though. Biter battles is super cool. It's 2 teams versus one another, except Factorio is not set up for PvP, so this is PvEVP. So each team makes science packs, and you either use the science to tech up your own technology and deal with biters better and kill biters better, or each team has... Come on, game, lag me. Lag. See, has a little GUI up here, takes the science packs out of their inventory, throws the science packs at the other team's biters, increases the other team's evolution of their biters and the threat. Evolution is self-explanatory, and threat is basically how many biters are on the way to come and kill you. North is automated science.
So is South. South has 5 labs running.
Wow. That's a lot more hand-fed. There's no automated gears.
And it stops. So either they're not researching anything, or there's science in there. They just don't have anything currently in the research queue.
So they have automation, guns, machine guns, logistics. They've just added GreenScience and steel processing. And North, come on. No, I don't want to be lagged out. There we go. North has basically the same queue setup. They have added walls and also military 2 for the all-important grenade. Grenade deals with biters wonderfully. At least till you get mediums. Mediums tend to eat grenades. Alright, Annie and Nephraims have set up very first iron run. It's going to be making gears and belts. And Anti is, oh boy. Anti is side-loading belts as best as he can. Oh my god, the spaghetti. Okay.
Hey, if it works, right?
If it works, it works. And he is doing his absolute best to side-load everything. I'm not sure why, because it's only being fed in a half a belt at this stage. Forget Spider... We forget to switch to Biter.
So I'm not sure what Anti pinged down before. Maybe where he was pinging, he says that's where he wanted power, because they are building. It looks like they're going to end up building over that mixed patch as well.
Yeah, maybe. There we go. Yeah, they forgot to send a behemoth. So it was on 100% difficulty. Now they're on 150% difficulty. Ouch. Ouch. Why are they building furnaces on the iron patch? I'm not sure. That sounds like a really bad play. And bloke is picking up the wall because it's in their way. That really sucks without a steel pickaxe. Okay. Well, look, maybe if they... Actually, no, there's no pollution. There's no pollution. I was thinking if you build in the trees, you don't have pollution, but there's no pollution on biter battles.
But the trees will definitely help you when biters do attack.
Yeah,
because
they
the
will
pathing,
slow
the
them
pathing
down.
through the trees. Yep.
Yeah.
It slows them down, spreads them out, so you can use guns on them. Now, if you have grenades, you don't really want to be in the trees because you want them to clump together so you can conserve your grenades.
More importantly, the grenades don't last terribly long. Well, the trees don't last terribly long to grenades. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, the single solar panel came as part of the pack that the home team chose.
Uh-huh.
So that's why there's a single solar panel on both sides.
Yep. Yep. Use it for the 60 kilowatts during daylight hours. It's a little bonus to power. And both teams used it beautifully. Just put it down, put a lab beside it, put one power pole, that's it. It was enough to get the early research done. Bloke is dealing with biters. They obviously have grenades. Or did grenades come as part of the starter pack?
Yes, they came as part of the starter pack.
50 grenades. There you go. Yeah,
I think using them this early on was probably a mistake. But, you know, at the same time, it gets it over and done with so you can get back to building.
Yeah, it's a three-man team, so you don't want to waste too much time dealing with biters. So it's like catch-22. Okay, so North has got a dedicated iron that they've just got up and running, a dedicated copper, half a belt of copper, another dedicated iron. They are automating all the intermediates, including a whole bunch of copper cable, which means making green circuits so much faster.
And it looks like they might be rushing that GreenScience.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet we're gonna see a green. Oh no, red science. That's a red science build.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
But they aren't too far off from having a red science build either. I'm sorry, a green science build.
Well, considering there is inserters and belts right there pre-automated, I'm going to go with, we're going to see both. We're going to see both a red and a green.
Yep.
And then I'm willing to bet, knowing Nephrem's an anti and Xenocyber, they're going to go on to military fairly quickly. Considering they have 3 stone patches, yeah, I can see a military coming up real fast. And North did put down a radar, I believe. Yes. Yes. Nephrem's put down a radar, although their power sucks.
Oh, their top pillbox took a lot of damage right there. Because it looks like we already have medium spitters. Or are those just small spitters?
They're smalls.
Yeah, they're small. They're not blue, so they're small.
Yeah. But yeah, they're behind in power. North is getting their power up and running. But because they put down a radar, they can see the oil out there. It's not the oil they need to go for. That's out to the... Oh. Maybe they've seen and noticed the oil.
It's possible.
Because that's the oil they want. It's defended. It's out of the way. Yeah. Nephrem's has red science up and running. Green science just needs a recipe set. And then they are up and running.
Oh, that belt is... Oof.
Which belt where?
The green science belt.
Yeah. You can ping as long as you're in map view.
It's sushi right now.
I know. It's... Yeah.
I think someone... Yep. Yeah. Xenos saw it.
He saw it, or he really needed inserters and belts. No, he really needed inserters and belts. Never mind, it's fine. Yeah. What?
so much easier to defend your base with flamethrowers. So if you can get your research up and running and get to flamethrowers, it's very hard to crack
Flamers are
through
massive.
flamethrowers. Yeah. So knowing the oil is there is good. You just keep building, and if you can get to flamethrowers, you pretty much got the game beat.
Can they talk to their teammates? Yes, they'll be in their own Discord, and they'll be chatting back and forth, left and right. I'm willing to bet Nephrons and Anti are both streaming, and probably Xenocyber as well. I'm willing to bet they're streaming their feeds live. Okay.
Yes, Nephrons and Elites both streaming.
Okay, that explains what Nephrom's doing. Okay. I think Nephrom wishes he had an extra tile. No, maybe. No, it seems to have been buffering. Yep. Okay, so he's got red and green science buffering, so it's going to feed what it can into labs, and then everything else they're going to start throwing. Neither team has thrown anything yet. South has got.
They're hand feeding their GreenScience.
That's fine. It's fine. It's running. It's a start. So they've gone for a full lane of iron.
It is pretty impressive that 17 minutes into this battle, nobody has thrown any science, but they're already at 5% Evo. So they definitely have cranked things up on this.
Oh yeah. Evo. Where is it? One of these buttons. The fishy button. Fishy button. Mutagen log. There we go. The game has already thrown 71, 28, blah, 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 blah. Science packs to force the evolution and the threat up for both teams. So it's slowly creeping up. But I just did notice that South team has iron... has two miners that have no belt hooked up, so they're not actually doing anything. And it looks like they have a little bit more than half a belt of iron going into that smelter, and obviously half a belt is not quite enough to feed it properly. It sort of requires a whole belt's worth of iron to run a whole belt's worth of smelter. Yeah.
Yep, they'll have to fix that.
Yeah. So this is Vanilla Biter Battles. This is part of the Biter Battles, what is it, BBChampions.org tournament round. So we have two teams. SteelAxe versus
Behemoth League.
Behemoth Leagues, yes. Two teams, North versus South. SteelAxe versus GreenScience. And this particular tournament has a $1,000 prize pool available for the teams that join. And I believe in the Biter League, the one that allows blueprints, there are still places open if people wish to set up a team and join and have a chance of grabbing some of that prize pool. Bloke 14 also streaming. There you go. I'll be dead by now. I am not a speedrunner. I'm not a speedrunner either, but I've done Biter Battles, and I can say that even though I have so many records, I'm not a speedrunner. But I've done Biter Battles.
JD, not a speedrunner, just holds 25 of the top spots.
I've lost the top one, and I also think I've lost. I think somebody took the second place as well.
Yeah, the Kobai working together did take first and second place.
Yeah, there we go.
Broke the record by 6 minutes one time, and the second time it was by another 8 minutes. So they're just over an hour.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not getting that back. Not getting that back. That's not happening. Xeno streams too, yes. SteelAxe have an extra player. SteelAxe should have a player on possibly Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix should be their extra player, their spy player or sub player. So if somebody drops, they can jump straight in. Anti-elite tags.
Oh, big attack hitting the south, but their turrets pretty much wiped it out because they were just all biters, no spitters.
Yeah, biters are okay. Spitters are bad. Spitters are bad news. Okay.
South definitely knows that there's oil over there. They see the whole patch.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be a mute point because North has military getting up and running about now. They have walls automated. They have AP ammo automated. And they have grenades automated. If they can get enough coal into the feed. No, that should
Which that's
work.
gonna be difficult to do.
Well, they're tapping more of the coal. Xenocyber has the extra miners put down. He just needs to run the belts. Unfortunately, they are maximizing the patches, which means he needs undergrounds, which are not cheap, but it's worth it to get every tiny bit out of the system. Yeah, so maybe they'll have enough. And yeah, unfortunately, I've also built over a portion of the mix patch.
Yeah, I doubt they're gonna do anything with that mixed patch. The way they've built it, I don't see them touching it.
Well, Nephrons and Anti know how big their build's going to be and what direction it's going to go. So if they were going to use it, they would have slid everything over to the right further, ripped up all the walls, ripped up all the guns where they needed to, and built it over in the trees, or built it to the left. Left or right makes not much of a difference, but yeah, they would have saved that patch if they were going to use it. Obviously, they've decided they're not going to use it, and hope that it doesn't come back to haunt them. Hope.
I have to say, I'm a little bit surprised that Team North is not prioritizing the coal to power. I mean, Team South is doing the same thing. It's just a little surprising to me. That's all.
Oversight, maybe? Maybe?
Especially now that they're expanding power again, I feel it might be necessary, but that will kill any coal for the rest of the base, though.
No, Killer Gaming South has not used blueprints. They copied and pasted. So, copy and pasting is perfectly allowed as it is in all speedruns, but no blueprinting. So you can't load up blueprints out of your library. The game actually, the whole scenario disables your blueprint library. You can't access it. But you can copy and paste. And Mikey, somebody else just joined Team North quickly. I can join. Oh, 22 flasks. 22 flasks. Any spectator can click on the other teams. Oh, actually, there's been a couple of silent throws, dude. Yeah, we missed the other throws. So, Nephrons threw 5 greens. And then 11 reds. They were probably just hanging around his inventory. And 22 militaries, which is added...
I think that if I recall correctly, anything thrown under 20 packs are stealth throws.
Yeah. Which has added 4% Evo. And about 130 threat. So not a massive amount. But enough that it's going to start hurting real quick. Because one team is miles ahead of the other. And yeah, if I want to look at what North has in the way of science. Oh, they're researching oil. Okay, and they already have engines up and running, so they are definitely going to go for flamethrowers.
Yep.
North is going fire. But yeah, whilst I'm looking at North science, and you can see right now Doof is technically on North's team, and that's how it works, so they can see what things are happening. And South is going for weapon shooting speed, not the projectile damage. Damage first, shooting speed second. Bigger bullets first, faster bullets second.
100% agree with that.
Very important.
You want to conserve your bullets, and the best way to do that is make them stronger.
Yeah, bigger, fatter bullets. Always. And so Xenocide has put down a temporary steel smelter. It's probably going to get him heavy armor, because that's something else both teams. Well, Definitely the north side, and in theory the south side should be trying to get heavy armor as soon as possible. Because grenades to the feet deal with biters really well, but grenades to your feet with light armor, it smarts.
Yes.
Speed running with Andy and the team is cheating.
Oh, look at that! They even make a note when the next evolution has happened.
Yeah.
Medium biters have spawned on the south.
Medium biters are coming in. That's not good for south. So south has...
Well, remember though, they have the military pack, so they should have at least some defense against that.
Yes, well look, south has grenades, so they have grenades up and running, okay? They have a couple of boxes of grenades, they're automated apart from... No, that's automated. Yeah, they're semi-automated. They require a little bit more the inserters and automation and kick in the pants. They have GreenScience up and running, they're going for a very, very large green build.
I was about to say, Team South is basically, they're putting all their money on GreenScience.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they haven't added boxes at the end or anything yet, so they're not buffering it. They're just hoping the belt fills up and then running along the belt occasionally, and they're not throwing it. They need to, like, it's doing nothing in your inventory.
And as you say, they just did it now.
They started buffering. And they must be looping that back around several times. I don't know how. But maybe split the inserters in the belt at the start. Run up the other side. That must be what they're going to be doing.
Yeah, Team South, while they are researching, they're in the queue is the weapon shooting speed. They are doing 0 research right now.
And the pillbox down here is gone entirely.
Did it get destroyed or did they pull it down?
I'm gonna go with the dead gun at that side. It got destroyed. Whether anything got rescued, I don't know. But North has oil. They have oil. They have pipes of oil. They have a tank of oil. We're going to see flamethrowers very, very soon. And nope. North went for mixed garbage patch. They needed more stone to run more military science. Wow, the 3 patches they had was not enough.
Makes sense.
Okay. Thoroughly
stone walls gobble up that.
I know. Thoroughly underestimated how much stone they had and how much they need for the walls. Another 22 fast. That's another like 4% Evo. And Bloke is gonna deal with biters. Grenade. Done. Although as soon as he clears out that pack, there's another pack coming.
And that is a large grouping too.
Yep, and all those guns have exactly 1 bullet in them. 1 bullet's better than no bullets, but... that pack's dealt with. New pack comes in. I hope you got more grenades, Bloke.
They don't have them automated. I think they're going to get in trouble real fast.
They do have some automation, but it's not a lot. It's 4 assemblers.
Well, it's still hand-fed.
No, it's not. It's actually done really neatly. It's taking the coal off the end of the smelting line and grabbing the iron.
And Team South just sent 206 flasks, which has actually passed 20% evolution for the North.
So 200 packs is 4% Evo neat. And 245 threat. So... hang on, what is their Evo? It's almost matched. So, 437 green packs is worth about as much as 128 military packs. So now it sort of becomes a war of attrition. Who can use what resources they already have, because both teams are pretty much maxed out their patches, to convert to science as fast as possible, throw it as fast as possible. Meanwhile, North does have the advantage if they have oil. So they're going to need to... Yep.
say that they have Team South has another 200 packs they can throw over that much already.
Oh wow. Are they know anything about power yet? No, not really.
But Team North also has another 50 military sites they can throw too.
So medium biters and medium spitters are on the way to Team North, which is bad. And Bloke is dealing with attacks left, right, and center. I'm guessing Bloke got volunteered to do combat. Bloke 14. It sounds like an Australian. It sounds like an Australian name.
Why would you say that?
Because we use the phrase bloke a lot.
Yeah. I was being facetious.
Throwing just above 20 flags. That's just taunting the enemy. Oh, Nephron's got an attack coming on the side. Anti goes out. Grenade. Bullet. Done.
They do have some turrets without ammo there in the north, but there's others around it that'll help it out.
Nephron's is pinning the trees. If they're going to put flamers there, they're going to have to create a very large fire break. 550 packs. I was about to say something else that started with F, but we're going to go with 550.
And North fired right back, and
Hey.
yeah, Team South has the Evo advantage.
Yeah. Team North has the oil advantage.
If they can get flamers up and running.
It's the oil advantage nonetheless. Four tanks right behind the silo. That's about as safe as you can get.
But it doesn't do you any good if you don't have flamethrowers.
I agree. So South is now looking at walls. They're going to start automating walls.
I mean, they do have it researched, so it's just a matter of building them.
Oh look, they've been using walls for a while. They're called stone furnace walls. They're cheap. They have a decent amount of hit points, and they're quick and easy to replace and craft. Counts, right? North power. North power is almost maxed as well.
And while biters can get through the stone furnace walls, it takes them a moment to pass through.
We for long biter battles 2+ hours. No. Biter battles. We see it pops up in the text logs occasionally. They have an Armageddon mode, so at 90 minutes, shit does hit fan, and the evolution excels up to 100% very, very, very quickly. We were mentioning North and flamethrowers, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And there they are.
There they are. So Nephrons has decided that's his fire break. That's where he's going to set up the walls, and I don't think it's enough.
Got to be careful too with the flamethrowers because it also does a lot of damage to players.
Left. No, they're smalls. The guns will probably deal with them. If not, Annie will with a grenade. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the threat's being pushed up. So we're at 1,300 and 1,900. So packs coming in is going to be pretty much constant now. Now, smalls you can still deal with. Mediums are going to get dicey. Now, wood is super expensive. Wood is super flammable.
The reason they're still getting small biters is the evolution hasn't really... I mean, it's pushed into medium biters, but it hasn't pushed significantly into medium biters.
No,
here in about, I think about 1 more % for North, you'll start seeing very few small biters.
Yeah, they start showing up. Well, actually, we can see here in the south, the attack that's going off to the side as fast as possible is mostly mediums. I think Wilbert's dead. Wilbert is very dead.
Oof. And he had a lot of stuff. 46 grenades on him.
No fish? Oh, he had fish too. Okay.
Ooh, this is going to be bad for Team South. They have 2 massive attacks,
they have
and one of their
spitters.
guys is already dead. And the one guy who died, he's not getting his body back. Well, not until that pack has been dealt with. Excuse me.
He's already got grenades. He's in and helping.
Well, there we go. Oh, there's the flank.
next
Yeah.
pack. Okay, and because they got hit with spitters, they've already lost 3 guns. Yeah, Wilbert has nothing. And about 3 hit points to his name. Quick, grab your corpse. Alright, so North has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, shit, 7 flamers, and Nephrons is setting up the 8th. That forest is going to burn real fast.
That's okay. Don't need it.
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like he's going to be able to continue that through. Maybe there's some difficulty, but yeah, I would have extended that wall out further. In fact,
all right, another 61 flasks sent south.
I probably would have made a whole fire break and probably go on and grab the oil. Brought the wall out to there. It's a lot of extra territory, but yeah, it'd be nice to have the pump jacks.
Well, the pump jacks are probably fine.
Probably?
Probably. And especially since they banked up some oil, they should be okay.
Yeah, but it's one of those.
If
If you lose it, getting back out there and grabbing it a second time is never easy. Mine that would be very time expensive. Yeah, throwing grenades at us is so much quicker. Is this a BO1 or a BO3 or what? What a vault? You respawn? Yes, you respawn. It takes a couple of seconds, 10 seconds. And
now that the evolution is above 30%, we'll likely see very few small biters. You'll still see some small spitters, but you start seeing very few small biters.
Okay, so North has chosen to lock off that river. Now, biters, this is important. Biters are actually set to move to somewhere around the silo first, then attack. So there is a very real chance.
Let's see what happens with.
Now that they've blocked off this wall, biters could get told to move here, then attack.
Which is exactly what's happening.
Well, yeah, and the fact that was blocked off probably after they'd set their pathfinding, it's okay. But the pack after that could start flanking them repeatedly, which could be very bad. And Nephrons.
I really feel they need to double up that wall too.
Yeah. One tile not enough. And he just killed the biter with a pickaxe. God.
that's what he does.
Yeah. Okay, Wilbert's setting up more stone. They have walls automated with not nearly enough inserters feeding the wall assemblers. And they're going with, so far, guns and furnaces walls. And occasionally sprinkling some ammo in the guns. That's optional. Optional. How many games get played? Who can see whose pings? Nobody can see our pings. And we can see everybody's pings.
I have to say, I don't know these guys from the south, the GreenScience guys, but they are doing quite well.
They are. They're doing really well.
I think it's only a matter of time before things falter, since they don't have flamethrowers like North does.
Yeah, not having fire. Fire is the great decider. If you can get fire running, oh god, blokes out in the wilderness. Biters run faster than you do, dude.
Yeah, their defenses are hurting.
Okay. Attack from the south, which is 40% medium biters. More importantly, it's medium spitters, which do even more damage. Yeah.
I mean, you can see the difference right there. Even though North team has the higher evolution and higher threat, they're handling their attacks without even almost thinking about it.
Yeah.
With those flamethrowers.
And this spitter
or
just
Team South, and Team South is getting distracted at least one person every time.
One person's on constant combat, which means it's now a 2v3, which is not good. Alright, so an attack on a corner wall, on an edge wall, this is not ideal. It's pretty much solved. The walls probably need to be thicker. Going up to 4 tiles, not a bad idea. Also, they need to do something about that flank. Definitely need to do something about that flank. Xeno's running out with power poles. What's he doing? He must be taking a radar out there. And Nephrem's is
trying to find where the binders
oil. Okay, is he gonna grab the scrap? Oh, he's gonna grab the scrap.
Might as well.
It's pretty pointless at this stage of the game. Oh, that is so lucky. There's a choke point.
Look at that. Yep. See, that's probably why they waited to see where the next choke point was.
Okay, Nephrem's probably needs to add another flamer up here. Probably shooting across the river. Just to soften him up a little bit. Option. And then, yeah, one more wall. Xenocyber's going all the way out there. They must be looking for a new patch. That's the only reason you go that far out. There's another oil.
Well, they just found the coal.
Yeah, they already walked past the coal. There must be iron. Surely they're iron starved.
And found more oil. So my guess is they're probably going to try to use that as a choke point right there.
Maybe? I'm just looking at that, like, they're not short on iron. They're not short on copper. Stone, maybe?
So North has 310 military packs just sitting in a chest.
Oh my god, 300? Shit. Okay. And South has 100.
Military packs or the greens?
Green.
Yeah. But I don't know if somebody picked that up.
Oh, Zorky. Zorky has 700 green sites in his inventory.
Nice.
Close. Come on. Close the player's inventory. I don't want to see it. And Bloke has 1.1k iron and copper in his inventory. Is he crafty? No, but he's got 100 grenades.
If it were me right now, and I was Team North, I would chuck all those patches right now. But I guess they don't know how Team South is doing. Yeah. But that 300 packs thrown right now would probably end it.
Probably. And that's the thing, like, does saving the packs actually do anything for you? 4 tanks buffer will last the game.
It does. It does. Saving packs definitely is a big deal because it puts a lot of it evolves fast and adds a lot of threat at one time. So a big attack will come rather than a bunch of little tiny attacks. So saving is a strategy.
Yes and no, Doof. What you need to do is you need to push up the evolution. So at currently they're at like 30% each. If you can push the other team to 50% and get the next type of biters, being big biters, show up, and then after you get that 50%, after you get the text on the screen that says big biters have appeared, then you throw everything, which then pushes the evolution up, which then means any new biters spawn come in the big variety.
Yes.
So you want to throw little until you get to that threshold, and then throw everything. And that's what I'm saying. Saving the packs is not going to do them anything. The only real reason you save packs at this point is if you're going to wait for Armageddon. Holy crap! 1,000 packs.
That's a chunk.
1,000 packs added 5%. Yeah.
And there is diminishing returns as evolution goes up. So before they threw 300 packs. And it evolved 4%. Or they threw 200 packs, and it evolved at 4%. 4%. Here they just threw over 1,000. It only evolved at 5%.
Yeah.
As the game progresses, as evolution gets higher, they'll need to throw more packs for less evolution.
Yeah. And Zedam and Nero have just pointed out that there's actually a land bridge up there that they have to deal with.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that is so nice. One flamethrower turret will handle all of that.
Yeah. Throw some grenades, clear out the trees, and one flamethrower, and it's probably okay. Meanwhile, they've automated defenses. They are absolutely ignoring it. Yep, and Nephrons has put flamers all down the side. They are absolutely ignoring it. Need more oil for flamer fuel. Yes. Okay. So SteelAxe is at retirement stage. They are now actually researching the SteelAxe, which is a wonderful research to have, but not really cost effective. And then they're doing refined flammables 1, probably with refined flammables 2 thrown in afterwards. Because it's fairly expensive, but flamers have been thoroughly nerfed in biter battles, so it's probably worth having. Everything's been nerfed in biter battles, actually. All the bullets, all the grenades, everything. So yeah, Northwind taps more oil and is setting up more smelters. That is going to be more military packs, providing they can feed it. Oh yeah, oil is definitely going up for North Team. They're doing well.
Oh yeah, look at that. That Team North found some oil way to the. I'm sorry, the copper and iron way to the right.
Yeah.
So I fully anticipate seeing a wall getting expanded, and they'd go over and start tapping that.
Well, Anti also pinged the iron right above their main base, so I think they're going to move the wall up to there, up to there, up to there. It's a very large front, but if it's fully automated, it doesn't really matter too much. But they have to get it done before they hit 50% Evo. 50% Evo is a bad time to try and expand. Even a few big biters will make grenades do nothing. Well, the other problem is medium biters with a pistol. Normal ammo does like 5 damage or something. But then normal medium biters ignore 4 damage. So it means each round does about 1 damage, which is not a good situation to be in. Plus things have nerfed and the biters heal faster. So medium biters against bullets, they tend to bounce. At least on a one gun to 1 biter situation. You need to have overwhelming amounts of guns and overwhelming amounts of bullets, which is not easy to do.
So it looks like Team South, someone mentioned something about BlueScience, but I think what they're doing is just going to try to double their military build.
North or South?
Yeah. Team North. Sorry.
There's a lot of
drop that build down to the left.
Yeah, there's a lot of infrastructure required for BlueScience. And we can see that what they've put down already has steel, has iron.
Look at that. Team North just sent 650 military science, and it jumped evolution by 10%. 10.9%. But they're still even. Right now, they're still right about even.
Yeah, they are. Oh, no, shit. That's BlueScience.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
So that's steel, that's iron, that's copper? No, that can't be copper. Alright, smelters top to bottom. So we have iron and steel. That's a guarantee. Then we have... There has to be another iron laying? Okay, so it's iron, steel, iron, and then copper. To do BlueScience.
Oh, hey, look. Uranium.
Yeah!
Totally needed.
Oh, no, there's one up here as well. Like, it's mirrored. Both teams get some uranium. It's going to be super helpful.
Oof. Big attacks coming in, but those flamethrowers just tearing them apart.
Yeah. South is having network issues. They do have a right to cause for a pause. If Blokey is in Australia, yeah, 7 a.m. in Australia, jumping into a European server, I'm not surprised you get some issues sometimes. I've had them too while shoutcasting beta battles. So South has no real... Their defenses are player defenses. And all three players are in right near the silo, and there's 2 attacks coming in 2 different sections of the wall. And they are just eating guns in the south side. That's 3 down. That's 4,
Oh,
5,
they're through the walls.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh look, they were nice. They left 2 guns alone.
That is expensive.
Nope. Next wave took him out. Yeah. Watch everybody run backward and throw grenades at everything. Bloke is... Nope, he's got grenades. Wilbert also has grenades. I hope. Yeah. GreenScience is going to die now.
They'll probably save this. They'll probably survive this attack, but the next one.
Wilbert's down. Zorky's down. Bloke has 10 hit points. He's eating the fish. All the fish. It's up to you, man. You're solo. Oh, he's gone over the shotgun. Back to grenades. Yeah, those walls are just disappearing.
Eat some fish. Eat some fish.
And the catch is who did more damage, the biters or the players?
Doesn't matter if you save the base, right?
Technically.
But here's the problem though. That attack that's gonna stop them all from building anything for the next 2 minutes.
That's not the issue. That's the issue.
Yep, that's the next attack.
Yep.
That'll probably. Yeah. They handled that pretty well.
I know, but they go straight through a wall. 3 tiles thick, straight through.
I think the grenades helped. I think the grenades helped out with that.
Yeah. It all goes downhill from here. And Anti's pinging. Okay, so they got coal up and running, they got oil up and running, they've got the smelters built. They've found a belt of iron. So they're
another attack coming.
About to turn on. They're gonna need a belt of copper. They have a belt of copper eventually, so they're gonna turn on a blue science build. Ouch. That's gonna hurt. Okay, so let's look at their inventories. Bloke has clicky. Has over 100 grenades and plenty of resources to craft more grenades. Not that he's crafting grenades. Wilbert has a reasonable amount of grenades and a spare SMG for some reason. And he has heavy armor in his inventory, but he's wearing the light armor. Wilbert. Bad Wilbert. Put on the better armor. And Zorky, same story. He has the heavy armor, he's wearing the light armor, and has 130 grenades. So, they have the grenades, they're just wearing the wrong armor.
That's really close to 50% evolution for North, but not quite there yet.
Yeah. Where's the extra 200 packs when you want them?
They have another 200 packs sitting in the chest. Well, it's 100.
Yeah, it's not enough. It's not enough to get 1.6% Evo.
No, they probably have to throw another 400 packs to get 1.6.
Yeah. So South
yeah,
is doing well.
They threw that nearly 1,000 and it jumped 2.9%.
Oh shit! So like 500 packs. Yeah, there's a lot of packs for not a lot of Evo. And Nephrim's is fattening up the walls.
Well, it's cheaper and easier to just it's easier to replace the walls than it is to repair them.
Oh yeah, they're not worth repairing. It's far easier to go to the magic box that happens to have a few hundred walls in it and pick them up and just go, yeah, we're just going to plaster stuff everywhere.
At 50% Evo, we start seeing the big biters.
Bigs are bad.
In fact, big spitters come at the same time, don't they? Or is that at like 60, 65%?
It's normally a little bit later, but I think in biter battles, because evolution is tweaked, it happens straight away. And we might also notice that because of the nerfs, Wilbur just threw 4 or 5 grenades to get rid of 1 medium biter.
Now, they were researching stronger explosives, but I don't think their research is really going very well.
It's not moving at all. So they haven't finished stronger explosives number 1, and nor have they done physical projectile damage number 1. Which is pure.
So they haven't been researching anything.
I know, because they didn't feed their red science machines. Because it was manually feeding the gears, rather than manually feeding the iron and the copper. 49.4! So close.
Told you, they had to throw at least another 400.
D64, wall is chip, correct.
Oh, Fire Razor pointed out that they have an underground pipe where they're supposed to have a straight pipe. So that corner, the oil's not actually getting to their refineries. Not that they need to worry about it right now, because while they are making plastic and sulfur, they're not using it yet.
They're not. More importantly, they're not. They're running all their oil off the tanks currently. The second oil build's not feeding into the primary. So that whole oil refinery to the left is doing nothing.
There's some damage there. Did a pipe get broken?
Probably that worm hit a player as they were running the pipes with a bit of splash. I wonder how long it is till a player realizes that the oil is not doing well. Alright, power. So North has not done anything about power, neither has South. South is lucky that their base is slowed down and they're using less power. North is doing the exact opposite. They're building. In fact, they have 3 players building. 2.5 players. Somebody's generally going around along and adding walls. Wall's cheap. You have to replace it though. Yeah, but wall is super cheap.
Super cheap.
Super cheap.
That's quick to make too.
Where is the wall machines? In fact, they... Okay, so in Southside, they added some fast inserters to make sure the wall machines filled up faster. And then they just took whatever brick was left over, shoved it in a couple of boxes, because you can craft it in half a second from memory. I think wall's half a second craft. Not long. 50%. There we go. Big numbers. And North has 71 packs. Is that it?
I wonder if somebody's got it in their inventory.
Annie has a drop of red and a drop of green, which he should just throw for the sake of it.
No, they don't have any of them. I just checked their inventories. They do not.
Cool, because I can't get the GUI to close again.
Yeah, it's a little weird, isn't it?
It's problematic. It seems if it's updating, it doesn't close. Auntie is pinging like a madman. That there's no copper? That copper's just booted? Still hasn't fixed the oil problem.
Yeah, they still haven't noticed it yet.
Yeah, but they're throwing walls in left
How do you know that that other oil is not working? Is it? Did you go to God mode or something?
It's 100% in the pipe. Pipe on the left is 100% full. Pipe on the right is 10% full. It ain't joined. It does backed up.
Oh yeah. Because it's that one.
Yeah, because that one
right there.
Yeah, that one pipe's missing.
Yep.
So at the moment they're running everything off the oil on the right, which is 120%.
Yeah, but they have 2.8 thousand.
Yeah,
Backed up.
they've got a good
2,700.
12,000 backed up. Yeah, they have a good amount of oil, but yeah, and Xenosaur is finally doing something about power, which brings power back under control. Excellent. And south is... It looks like they've moved on to sacrificing radars.
And there we go. Big Biter has been spotted in the north.
50.8. Okay, so big biters are big problems.
So we see that they just threw another 351 packs, and it only moved evolution 0.8%.
Yeah. Diminishing returns, which is another reason you don't hold on your packs. See them, spend them. Get them spent out before the natural evolution kicks up and your packs become...
Oh yeah, Team
so
South is
worthless.
Team North is dealing with coal. Their coal is pretty much it's only running what, 4 machines of grenades. 5, the first 6.
Oh, it's just not getting there anymore. Because look,
And even that only the first 3 are running full speed.
Up. Yeah. So they need to move more power off-site. So they've got this one. If they can get more power built up here, that'll mean this one uses less coal, which should put more coal on the belt to make more nades.
Oh, they just tapped the mixed patch off to the left side, and they're bringing coal in that way.
Oh god, that's one hell of a trip. No, that's going into their new smelter.
Yep, just the new smeltery.
Yeah.
Oof.
And then they're buffering it, the excess, which is smart. Like buffer it rather than waste it. But yeah,
They need someone to grab that and run it over to the grenades.
okay. South is still hanging in there, well and truly hanging in there, and they try to expand their science. Do they have spare materials? Not really.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Z-Term! Thank you for the follow.
And there's big spitters in the north. So yeah, big biters, big spitters pretty much spawn both at 50%.
I missed it. Where's the big one? Oh, we just had a notification. Okay. I'm waiting for the first big ones to drop in. Actually, let's check spectator view. Can I please, game? Thank you. No, not really. Okay, can't really see anything interesting in spectator view.
Yeah, they still don't notice that underground pipe. It's hard to see unless you know it's there.
Yeah, that's
they fixed
one of the changes
They
I don't
fixed
like.
it.
Ah, did they? Excellent.
Yep, they noticed it.
Yeah, Xenosaber obviously noticed it finally. It's one of the things I don't like about underground pipes. It's very, very hard to see an underground beside a solid pipe.
I wonder if somebody on stream helped him out.
Maybe. Like,
Dang.
There's nothing to stop chat from helping.
They've got almost 30,000 oil banked up on Team North.
I know. More importantly, it's going to start increasing now. More importantly, they started a forest fire. They started a forest fire. I wonder if that's going to get to their oil.
Where's the forest fire? I thought fires only spread 10 tiles from the origin.
Yeah, they do, in theory. So, North has big spitters, and we can see they took a chunk out of that wall with just spitters. Blighters now coming in, and same story. Like, there is fire, Anti's helping.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
I know, but they're not just disappearing anymore, they're sticking around. That forest fire is still going.
Team South put a wall up, but that wall's coming down.
It's to stop them wandering across the front of the base. It's rude.
Yeah, well, I think they like I said, they put it up there to... Because using that to flank way off to the side
Yeah. So we'll
to
catch
come
them.
in.
Yeah, catch them early. Oh. Problem is, like that wall's disappeared now. You now have to replace it. Is it a net win? I'm wondering if a furnace wall would do the same. Okay, so Bloke's back to doing standby defenses. Zorky is doing, I don't know, going tree chopping. And Wilbert is no idea.
Team South has almost another 1,000 packs. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but a little over 800 packs banked up.
What is North doing? North just does not have enough grenade production.
Yeah, I don't know if they even noticed that, or if they're just not sure how to resolve it. But if it were me, now
Anti has 1,000 packs. It's an even split between all three. So it's not just military; it's an even split between all three. Yeah, Nazorki threw 900 packs, and then Anti at any stage could retaliate with 900 packs as well, of all three different types. So red, green, and military. Meanwhile, Nephrem's has blue science running with 125 in a thing. Ouch. Okay. So automation is worth 10 points. Logistics science is worth 25. Military is worth 80. Chemicals worth 225 points. That's a lot. That's a lot. Looks like they're waiting to push Evo to 50% with all the packs. I think it's either throw a little bit and get up to that 50%, get those bigs on the map, and then throw everything, or sit back and wait for Armageddon. Because we're at an hour and 7 minutes. In 27 minutes, we get Armageddon kicks in, which will then drastically push up Evolution. And if they throw it at the same time, yep.
Did you see that Nephrem's has 129 chemical science on him?
Nope. Oh, there was 100 and something in the box. He just cleared out.
Yeah, he's got 129 chemical science on him.
They're going to do a coordinated throw.
Oh man, that's going to hurt bad if they throw all that at the same time.
And meanwhile, Nephrem's Andy is topping up the wall wherever he can, because how many tiles they had is not enough. Oh, Zeno is using a fish as a spy. We still have that option.
Yep.
So they're looking for a good time to throw.
That's exactly what it is. They're looking to see when they're struggling. Oh,
500 packs from the south to north. And there's another flank coming in. It looks like it's two phalanxes, one behind one another. Catlin, yeah. North has a coal shortage, but they haven't realised it yet. I haven't realised that's what's causing them to not make military packs. It also sort of looks like they've just given up, and they're like, no, we've got military running, chemical running, we're just going to move on. Researching speed modules. What? What?
Unless they're going to put it in the miners to try to get more out of each miner. But those original coal patches they put down are almost burned out completely. There's 39K left.
So speed modules and then military 3. So military 3 is slowdown capsules. That makes sense. Poison capsules are nice, but slowdown capsules really make all the difference.
I mean, if you look at map view and look at the two bases, and it's just hard to think that the South team is going to survive this.
Oh, it's hard to believe the South team's still in the game in some respects, but yes.
I mean, they had a lot of their GreenScience being built right at the beginning.
Yes.
So
yes. They got GreenScience up and running, and then they've been on the defensive ever since. And, like, any guns they have, they're gone. We're down to the boys and the grenades. Alright, they've still got a little bit of a bonus city that they keep feeding to make sure that they have a constant supply of materials, and it looks like with a bit of, you know, some automation of some grenades and some hand feeding. Oh, they're finally doing something about their science, which finally means they have bigger and better grenades, and now we're going to get physical projectile damage number 1. That's not the important one to get, but sure. Bloke sent a fish as well.
Yep, Nephrom's putting together another blue build, it looks
this
like,
could
maybe.
Be bad.
They're fine.
The big biters...
But someone's going to have to go out there and fix that wall, though.
Yeah, but the big biters went through 3 layers of walls. Whilst being on fire. Yeah.
Yep, Xenocyber's coming out to fix that.
South hasn't even reached 50% Evo. I know. That's half their problem. They haven't got to the really bad part yet. Speed modules for oil. That's the only thing I can think of.
They really need to throw those packs they have. Team North. There it is. There it is.
Shit.
There it is.
I only brought them up to 58. It has added 5,000 threat.
Only brought him up. You know, over 14% evolution in one shot.
It's the 5,000 threat.
Yeah.
So threat is a mark of how many biters are on the way.
Ooh, 435 chemical pack bumped Evo 10% when they were already at 46%.
More importantly,
so that gives you an idea how strong they are.
2.3k threat. And then 500 military science did 3 Evo with another 1,000 threat. And then who cares about the red and the green? The red and green was just a who gives a shit.
Yep.
Oh! So North's good. South is about to hit a brick wall. Not a stone wall, a brick wall.
Yep. There's definitely going to be the shit hitting the fan here pretty quick.
I'm sure they've got this. Oh no, they've got this.
Here.
Yep,
oh my god.
Yep.
Oh my god, look at that.
Yep. That's about 40% blue. Now, if they're lucky, that one's going to go far to left. And they can deal with them individually.
It will.
Look at how many grenades it takes to take out a big biter.
Bloke is you're making a mistake. He attracted them.
It was the first one's mostly dealt with, apart from all the spitters. And he just needs to lob grenades non-stop. Just back and forth. Don't get spat on. Lob grenades.
Another one coming in.
Your walls were 6 layers.
That's small. Those are medium biters mostly.
Yeah, left unattended. Because there's a small problem on the other side of the base. Like, they're on the wrong side of the walls again.
Oof. And that's over their smelters and science build.
Yeah, so medium biters take 2 grenades. Big biters take about 6. The guns beside the silo are getting a workout, which is bad because that attracts the biters to the silo. Funnily enough, nobody wrapped their silo in walls. Like, we've spent thousands of walls here, there, and everywhere, but hasn't wrapped the silo at all. I'm pretty sure the boys are going to be spawn camp now. It's literally spawn, grenades, throw, survive, call it.
They went to try to get their corpse and attracted the attention. You got to pull them away from spawn, otherwise you are toast.
You're spawn camped. Yep. Well, bloke did the right thing. Grab the science packs before they're eaten and toss them. He's got grenades.
Oh, there's another pack.
Oh yeah, there's
another
pack. Yeah,
this is it.
Always another pack. Bloke disappeared.
And there's another one from the west.
Zorky is on the wrong side of the walls, which is probably the safest spot currently.
Yep, and they're now spawn camped.
And he's dead. Yeah. Bloke called it. Good
Yep,
game.
yep, he called it. Yep.
And North hasn't done a single thing about that core problem.
They apparently didn't need to. But yeah, I can't believe they did not see that they needed more coal there. Unless they just didn't care and they were going straight for the blue science anyway. Yeah, look at that. They're going to destroy everything except the silo. I mean, we got this one dude. He's like, I know my job. I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
You all, whatever.
Yeah. Mm.
Everybody else is like, nah, we're just gonna. Oh, there we go.
It's the weird biter pathfinder. The fact that they're told to move somewhere first so they flank you, which is great. It also means that they might ignore certain things. The biters win. The biters always win. Okay, so now we get the stats. So we have Anti with 3,000 items built compared to Nephron's 4.8 and Xenosub is 1.6. And we can see, yeah, Nephrons and Anti were both in charge of science and throwing.
This is something that's interesting. I'm not sure exactly how score is calculated, but the lowest person on Team South still exceeded the score of the top person on Team North. And Xenocypher had almost no score at all, so apparently he just was hanging out just for moral support.
Probably kills.
It could be.
Kills and items built. Although, so what was Xeno doing?
That's true. Team South did use player defense a lot, where Team North, it was just walls. Yep. I told you guys, flamethrowers are, I don't want to say it's a win condition, but you get flamethrowers set up and make it reliable, it's tough to crack.
Yeah. Flamethrowers are massive. Yeah, the threat for South, 7,000, or 6,000 compared to North, 3,500. That's massive. So yeah, North did well. Surprise, surprise. I guess I should end that prediction. Who won? 95% of people voted for North and 5% voted for South. I appreciate the people who voted for South. North won.
Yeah. Are lasers worth it? Well, I don't think you get to laser turrets, and even if you did, it's too much power drain.
Lasers require blue science, so technically North could have got there. Look, Biter Battles, there are public servers running. Yes, lasers are worth it, bots are worth it, landmines are worth it, but they're required to get there. In the Biter Battles tournaments, it won't happen, because the Armageddon kicks in at an hour and a half. It just won't happen. In a public match, yes. Well, I've seen multiple rockets being launched. I've seen white science get thrown across the river multiple times. So, it does happen. It does happen. But the teams have done well. Now, there are... Hang on. I will look. There are future matches. There's a match this Saturday, which is my Sunday. There is a match this Sunday, which is going to be my Monday. There's another match on Tuesday, which is going to be my Wednesday. I have no idea which ones I'm shoutcasting, but there are other matches coming up.
Yep.
It's also 7:30 in the morning. I see Blue Side's built in Biter Battles. It is. How do I get rid of this?
HAD, are you staying on?
Nope. 7:30 in the morning. I'm going to bed. No, I'm not going to bed.
I've got to run myself. So okay. You have a good one. Thanks for helping.
That's all right. Thanks
for letting me help.
Thanks for coming in for a last minute shoutcast.
Last minute, like a day's notice.
Shh. No. 25 hours notice. I would hate to give you last minute notice. I gave you 25 hours. That was plenty.
Perfect. All right, JD, you have a great one, man.
You too, man. All right, bye. End squad stream. Okay. Time zones, JD, aren't they awesome? They're super awesome. Point gain that North would have given, but not over again. What? I mean, the point gain that North would have given would not have been worth it if South had made a turnaround. If South won, there would have been lots of channel points getting moved around. Went all in for North. Yeah. Crazy Zeus. How does this mode work? So we have two teams. We have the North team and the South team. Ooh. Nope, server's still up running. Okay. North team, South team. There's a lovely river between the two of them. You cannot cross the river, cannot build nukes, cannot build artillery. Can't fire across the river in any way, shape, or form. The only way to interact with the other team is to create science packs. Either shove them in your labs to make your science bigger and better and do more sciencey things to be able to just kill off biters better, like flamethrowers. Or take the science packs. Each the teams have a GUI up here that they click on, which can take the science packs out of their inventory, throw them across the river to the other team's biters to increase the evolution of the other team's biters and the threat. More threat equals more biters on the way. More biters on the way is bad for the other team. Biter streamers have got hard enough fan, but people getting at it too. Yes. Megan, yeah. Good night. It's 7:30. I'm actually gonna go around and probably do stuff this year. I don't know. I do have a 3-hour video to edit. Biter Buzz is going to be best out of 3. BBChampions.org. I think it's a best out of... I think it's a double elimination round. I'm not entirely sure because I'm not good at details. Yes. Sounds like chaotic fun. It is. There's a public server that's running, so you can search Factorio multiplayer server biter battles there, or BBC, I think it might be called. It is a lot of fun. It's been around for like 2 years now. I actually have a bunch of old matches on my YouTube channel if you want to go watch, like, from the very, very early seasons all the way up to current. Actually, no, we don't have a command. See you in 15 to 16-ish hours. 7:30. More like, yeah, 15-ish hours. Yeah, shit. So yes, I will be streaming again in 15 hours. We'll be doing Die World Dynamics mod, I think. Or a new game. I haven't decided what's on tonight's stream, but I'm going to end it here. We're going to go over and probably raid... I don't know.